Listen, man, today we're talking about the 10 greatest what ifs in NBA history. I know my number one. If Jaylen Brown could dribble.
Number 10. What if
God!
actually went to the Lakers?
Oh God, we're starting
In
to go from
December of 2011,
For why?
the Lakers shocked the basketball world by making a trade for Chris Paul, which was going to pair him up with the still dominant and lethal Kobe
I
I
Bryant.
don't care how
Big, brother.
casual this
The
makes
best
me
basketball
sound,
in the
man.
entire NBA.
If
Just
this had
hours after
happened,
the deal was supposedly
not
done,
one,
the trade
not
was nixed
6,
by the NBA for quote basketball
not 10,
reasons.
nigga.
You see, the New Orleans Hornets and now New Orleans Pelicans are a unique NBA franchise in a sense that they are the only franchise in the league that is actually owned by the NBA itself,
I
not
know,
just a single
bro.
individual.
It wasn't evil
Once
Stern.
Dell
It
Demps,
was
the GM of New Orleans, agreed to the deal, the other owners of the NBA threw a fit. According to then commissioner of the NBA, David Stern,
Yeah, he does.
Dell Demps was not authorized to make the deal, so Stern and the other owners voided the deal, and Paul was
Yeah.
ultimately dealt to the
Well, the
Clippers
chat
instead.
niggas that keep blaming Stern, it
Chris
wasn't
and Kobe
him. Blah blah
actually went to
blah.
Vegas together,
Still pain
the
doesn't really
Lakers
affect
still
my
would
team.
have dealt Andrew Bynum
Like
for
it.
Dwight Howard. What would the team have looked like with Dwight and Paul playing the
What did the team look like if Dwight Kobe and Chris Paul? I don't know.
Hey, I got the perfect sound for that.
I guess we'll never know.
I don't even hear the sound. Fuck you. I don't even hear the sound. Eat dick. Oh my God,
It's
bro.
the Kanye West, I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know, bro. Like, holy shit, bro. It's like, I hate when people ask you, hey, what would have happened? You know what would have happened. 2018 Warriors in 2010, bro. That's what would have happened, bro. Oh my God. It would have been up. Because we still kept, what was it, Odom? I think Odom. I know Gasol got packed. One of the two got packed. But we would have had Odom on the... Nigga, please, bro. GG's.
lean on at the point guard spot and doesn't have to play an insane amount of minutes just to earn a playoff spot? Number 9. What if Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway stayed healthy? In
Okay,
a
I'm about to say,
1996
yeah,
interview,
this-
Michael Jordan was asked
If healthy
who
is
he
their own
sees
what
as
if,
the next
okay.
Michael Jordan, the guy he
I
would
would've said
eventually
no one.
pass the torch
Fuck
to
yeah.
when he inevitably retires. Michael said
There
two
will
players,
never be another me.
Grant
Come
Hill
on.
and Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
Now, Penny was often compared to Magic Johnson more than Michael Jordan. Before Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant, Penny Hardaway was the feared wing
I
player
think they had a
alongside
high
Shaquille
ceiling,
O'Neal.
but I don't know.
He was a
don't
large
know how
point
I know.
guard, standing 6'7" and only his second
Being
year
said,
in the
that's the
league,
best move
he
to
helped
have at
lead
it.
his team to 57 wins and a trip to the NBA Finals, while averaging 20.9 points per game, 7.2 assists per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.7 steals per game. Unfortunately, Penny had the curse of bad knees and had his first major knee surgery in
for surely did.
1997. Several surgeries and teams later,
Be
Penny
cool in
was
2K
merely
though.
a shell of what he used to be in his Orlando days, and sadly, basketball fans never got to see his full potential. Grant Hill had a similar story. Before Kobe came onto the scene and was being called the
I
next
feel like-
Michael Jordan,
I feel like, and this is probably a hot
Basketball
take, I feel like
given
Penny
to
would have
Grant
did better.
in only
If
his
both were
second
healthy,
year, he
who I
led
bet
the
more on, I
NBA
feel like Penny would have
All-Star
been better.
votes, edging the likes of Michael
Man.
Jordan. Hill averaged 21.4
Bigger what if
Or at
it's
least
team
have
that wins.
success.
I ain't gonna lie.
7.3 assists and 1.8
Really?
steals per
I
game,
see that.
while also leading the league in triple doubles.
That
And
might be on
again,
this list, too.
This was only his second
Yeah,
season
they
in
same
the
tier.
NBA.
Same tier.
Grant had his first major ankle injury in the 1999-2000 season. After his first 6 seasons of his career, before his ankle injury, Hill had a total of 9,393
Jesus
points,
Christ.
3,417
Hill
rebounds,
was an underrated motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
2,720 assists. Oscar Robertson.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first was introduced to Grant Hill, it was like Phoenix Suns Grant Hill. So when I started to get to know more about the NBA, and motherfuckers was talking about, yeah, he was supposed to be the next Jordan. The next Jordan? This guy?
Thank you.
This
Okay,
guy?
bet.
What?
That was basically me for a long time. Like, Chad, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, before I did YouTube, thankfully, but like 2018, I ain't know how prime Grant Hill was getting down. So I was like, Grant Hill? What the we talking? Like, I'm talking about Tracy McGrady and Penny Hardaway, and this motherfucker walked to the shop talking about, actually say it's Grant Hill. Nigga, who?
The guy on TNT? What?
Yeah, I'm about to say, him? Nigga, I've never seen him pass an 81 overall in Phoenix. He was a shooter. I like, what the fuck? Once you go back, nah, Grant Hill was like that. Grant Hill was like that.
Larry Bird, LeBron James are the only 3 players in league history to eclipse these numbers after their first 6 seasons in the league. As his career progressed, Grant continued to have reoccurring ankle injuries, and sadly, he never met his full potential either. Number
There you
8.
go.
What if
All right,
Vince
yeah,
Carter
all right,
and
this was
Tracy
easy.
McGrady stayed together?
That's easy.
Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady started their careers together with the Raptors.
Hey.
They had a short tenure together.
They would have
and
ain't no
dominated the
first
fucking East,
At
dog.
the time,
I'm about to
Carter
say
was
it ain't no
always
first round
discussed
T-Mac
as
jokes
one
with
of the
this
best
one.
wing
That's
players
just
in the
this would have
entire
been
league,
ugly.
while Tracy was seen
They
as a quality
fit together,
six man with
too.
lots of potential.
Remind me of another
After
dude.
getting bounced in the first round of the 2000 NBA playoffs,
What if Jalen
McGrady
Brown and
left the
Jason
Raptors
Tatum
and entered
made
his home state of
sense?
Florida to join the Orlando
What if they could both dribble?
What if they could both play make?
Oh. He can't go left.
What if Jalen Brown could go left head ass, bro? I don't even think these things about Jalen like how he
This
does,
dude is
but
John
damn it.
Stockton.
Oh my. I'm about to be a Jalen Brown defended on this channel, y'all. He's gonna make me defend Jalen Brown, bro. I'm gonna be one of those he's better than Tatum niggas just for him. This is crazy, man. Look, bro, y'all don't have that potential. I think that's a high bar. But if Tatum could be around McGrady-ish and Jalen Brown could be just a little bit worse than what Vince could have been, y'all good, bro. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I think you just need a month of healing. You need a month to heal. You're saying a lot of shit. In another video, you said a lot of trade packages. You just need a month to heal. Get better. And then look Jalen Brown in the face and be like, you know what? We'll pay you. But you are on the trade block at the same time.
Yo, come on.
Like it's a thin leash, buddy.
signing a 6-year, $67.5 million contract.
Damn,
It was then that Tracy's
standing
career
bang on that
absolutely
nigga.
took off, winning the league's most improved player award while averaging
A 6'8" dude with
26.8 points per
Kobe-like
game,
scoring skills, bro.
7.5
Yeah, nah.
rebounds,
So
and
crazy.
4.6
Like,
assists
you know,
per game.
casuals be
About a
cooking
year
when they be
ago,
talking about
Tracy
T-Mac. I agree with them
McGrady said
niggas
he
wholeheartedly.
regretted leaving the
Bro was like
Raptors
that.
for Orlando, wondering what the two dynamic players could have accomplished together. One man who believes they could have accomplished a lot was none other than 5-time champion Kobe Bryant, who said,
Ugh.
with McGrady and Carter and their numerous vets on the team, if they
Shit,
had
a
stuck together,
T-Mac
they could have
Lakers
won
what
the
if shit
championship.
exists too, low-key.
That's an incredible statement coming from Kobe, especially when you consider that those years would have overlapped with the years Kobe and Shaq were winning their first 3 NBA championships. Sadly, we'll never know for sure what T-Mac and Vince could have accomplished together. Number 7. What if James Harden wasn't traded from OKC?
Damn.
This one is going to continue to climb the list of NBA what ifs as time goes on, and
This is
Russell
a
Westbrook,
very interesting
Kevin Durant,
one.
and James Harden.
Because you could
continue
argue
to
they don't
make
win
history
regardless, and you could
further
argue they
their legacies.
do nothing but
It
win.
was October
Yeah.
2012, and one of the dumbest moves in NBA history. The Oklahoma City Thunder traded the 6th man of the year, James Harden, to the Houston Rockets after failing
Huss.
to reach a
Come on,
contract
dude.
extension
That's
with
big
Harden.
huss right there, man.
Harden was seeking
What's
a
fucked up is
4-year,
at the
$60
time
million
it was
contract from
defendable
OKC,
too because they
but
needed
OKC was
Surge,
only
blah
willing to
blah
offer a
blah.
$55.5 million deal.
But now it's just so
That's
dumb.
right.
It's so
The
bad.
Thunder decided not to commit to James Harden and instead trade him
Eh,
because they
Curry
didn't
still
want to
would've
pay
cooked
him
them,
a little
so.
over.
Yeah, I would have paid him the $4 million. Let's not get
a
twisted,
year.
but
They decided to break up a team that had taken a trip to the NBA Finals with their 3 main stars, who were 22 years old, 22 years old, and
Damn.
21 years old. Now, Harden
Now that is breaking up a core too early.
that look, man, Celtics fans, your pain be damned. I don't know what Twitter would have did with these. Like I know pizza rolls existed, but it ain't like today's Twitter. Holy hell! Imagine if like Luca, if Jalen Brunson was 21, Luca and KP made the finals, lost, and they said, you know what? Fuck them both. Oh God.
and Westbrook are all in the prime of their careers and are each putting up historic numbers. You can make a worthy argument that the top 3 players in today's game not named LeBron James were all at one point on the same team. I honestly think it's safe to say that if OKC management hadn't shot themselves in the foot and traded
Huss.
Harden,
Yeah,
we
fuck
would likely
AD.
be witnessing
Okay,
an
what?
OKC
Wait,
dynasty this
not too much.
very day.
What's going on?
Number 6. What if Carmelo Anthony was drafted? The 2003
Stay Melo with 3
NBA draft
rings?
was one
Yeah, I wouldn't like that, man. I'm gonna
Yes,
keep
yes,
it a
we
bean.
would.
Melo would have been Caleb Martin, bro. Stop.
Oh my.
Melo would have been Caleb Martin on the Pistons. He wouldn't have had the freedom to Come on, bro. He would have. Come on.
A number one. What he wasn't number one. What was it like 4 or some shit? I forgot. But
Two or
yeah, it was
three.
like 4 or 3. But yo, a top 5 draft pick that would be resorted to Caleb Martin. You don't believe that. you don't believe
He would have
that.
been Tobias
Man.
Harris. Tobias Harris.
Oh my!
He would have been Tobias Harris.
He would have been exactly what that team
He would
needed.
actually literally be Tobias Harris. Like for
We
real,
would
for
have
real.
had a Melo with defensive mentality because I think all it was willingness for him. We would have had a defensive minded Melo that could still score at will. He would have been a monster the second that core broke up. Even if you think during he's Tobias Harris, the second they break up, he's better than he ever was.
Nah, they're gonna cook me. I agree. I agree with you, Sage. I agree.
Oh, what is it? He would have been a monster.
Greatest drafts in the league's history. The first 5 picks were LeBron James,
All 3 is stacked.
Darko Milicic, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. Talk about the case of one of these things is not like the others. LeBron was a shoe-in number 1 pick for the Cleveland Cavaliers heading into this draft. Carmelo Anthony was seen by many analysts and experts as the second best player in the draft. But the second pick belonged to the already contending Detroit Pistons, who had several wing players
Drafting
already
for fit.
and had more of a need for a
Nasty.
big man. You know the rest. The Detroit Pistons selected the Serbian
You're in the
bust
top 5,
Darko
fuck
Milicic,
fit.
and the following 3 picks were future NBA Hall of Famers. The part that makes this whole
Come
thing
on, bruh.
really interesting
Carmelo, man.
is that despite the fact that the Pistons passed on Carmelo and selected
Say it.
Darko
Backwards
Milicic,
compliment
the bust,
with souls,
Come
bro.
on.
still went on
They
to win
just
the
not
NBA
fuck with
championship
Melo.
that season. Now imagine
Look at that
if
shit.
they had
Hush.
selected
Yeah.
Carmelo.
Oh,
This
shit.
is
he
so
missed me.
fake.
Carmelo
It's
is
so
one of the best scorers this league
Ah.
has ever seen, but now he is an NBA champion. How would the
Yes, sir.
legacy and perception of Carmelo change if you add a ring or a few to his resume? How dominant would the Pistons have been if you had lined him up with Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, and Richard Hamilton? Number 5.
Guess we'll never
What if
know.
Michael Jordan was drafted by the Blazers?
Yeah.
Coming in at the
That's-
number 5 spot is the biggest draft mistake of all
Scottie
time.
Pippen was still.
I don't know
For
about
the
that.
1984 draft, the Houston Rockets started the draft by selecting Hakeem Olajuwon.
Calling
No,
Hakeem the
that was
biggest
not the
mistake of all
mistake.
time is crazy.
Even though Houston passed on selecting
Even though you
Durant,
just said it's not
it's
what
hard
he's
to
doing.
criticize.
You know
a
how
team
great
that
you gotta
was
be to
one
make
of the
Hakeem look like a
greatest
mistake,
centers
bro.
of all time
I'm saying.
and won 2
Like,
championships
damn.
with the guy. No, the mistake was the very next pick when the Blazers selected Kentucky big man Sam Bowie at number 2.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I had to. Hell yeah.
The
Well,
Chicago Bulls.
cook me. Forgot about
The
that.
Trailblazers passed on
Hey.
Jordan since they were already covered at shooting guard with their star Clyde Drexler. Bowie's career was ruined by injuries to his legs and feet and ended up being one of the biggest
maybe it was like
busts
a
the game
Markel
has
Fultz
ever
type
seen.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Jordan simply went on to be the consensus greatest player
Damn.
ever. This was yet another prime example
Huss.
of why you should draft the best player available and not based on your team needs.
Cook.
There really isn't too much else that needs to be said about this what if. If Jordan had been drafted by the Blazers, the duo of Drexler and Jordan in the Western Conference would have likely ruined title runs for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Scottie would not be
and
a top
have
50 player. I'm
completely
just keep it a
changed
bean.
basketball
I'ma keep it a
history
bean.
as we
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it.
He damn well
Number
wouldn't have.
4.
But according to him, Jordan
Michael
sucks.
Jordan never retired to play baseball. In the
I ain't gonna lie.
1993 season,
You're
Jordan
gonna
was
say
on
I'm
top of the
bullshitting.
basketball
Underrated hot.
having just
What
won his
if?
third straight NBA championship.
Niggas really don't fathom how
At 30
crazy
years
shit could have
old, in
got.
the prime of his career, Michael Jordan shocked the world by announcing his retirement from the NBA.
What?
Michael
Michael
that
then
H.
went on to play his
Drink-
first love,
Drink of that
baseball,
H straight, bro.
having a lackluster career in the minor leagues before
Yes, he
eventually
got
This is why it's a what if,
Chicago
bro.
Bulls
but-
with only
alright.
17
Oh my
games left in the
God.
Alright, dude.
regular season.
And I like Jordan. I like Jay. You know what I'm saying? I like Jay.
Jay is crazy.
I like Jay, but nah.
Jay
Aiden-
Humphreys. No, who's Jay?
I like Mike, you know? But 8 in a row is crazy, dude. That's insane meat suck, bro.
Bro, he essentially won 6 in a row when he played the seasons. A full season? He basically won 6 in a row.
Nah.
Oh my God. He basically won 3 in a row twice.
You don't get the mental wherewithal that it takes to not only 2-peat, 3-peat, let alone 8-peat. Come on, dude. Would have got burnt out like a
He
fucking
did it
YouTuber.
twice, though.
He would have got burnt out like a
Oh
YouTuber,
my
dog.
god.
He needed
he
the
did.
break.
No, he did get burnt out. So what if he didn't get burnt out? You know what if TSO didn't get burnt out? That might be at 100K. Like, for fucking sake, bro. I might have 100K. That nigga might have 8 rings.
Nah. The same way LeBron fans are lucky him and Kobe never met up in 09, I think Jordan fans are lucky that he never needed to face Hakeem, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll say this, man. It would have been a nice matchup. There's a reason why we're laughing. Y'all not gonna know. I don't know, $10 on my channel, and I'll tell you what, it's so fucking funny right now. Yeah, it's a promo. Get mad at it. There's some hilarious back here that you're not gonna know. But it would have been a nice matchup. I'll say that. But I mean, he could have beat the shit out of Kareem if he was there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Jordan appeared to be rusty when the Bulls were later eliminated in the second round of the playoffs by Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway of the Orlando Magic.
Oh yeah, and he
Later in
beat
June
that
of
nigga,
1995, the Houston Rockets defeated the Magic to win their second
What you
straight
mean?
NBA championship.
Nothing, man.
But
Nothing,
what if
man.
Michael never left the Bulls in '93?
Mike was out
In
there beating
1994,
clothesline
the year
Billy
Jordan missed completely.
in
The Bulls were able
O'Neal.
to push the
Damn.
Knicks to a Game 7 in the second
Damn.
round without Jordan. It's not far-fetched to think the Bulls would have likely been good enough to win that championship
And Lil
in
Pat.
1994 had Jordan still been with them. And what about
Coulda, shoulda, woulda,
1995? With Jordan in tip-top basketball shape and no signs of rust, maybe that Orlando series might have gone differently and the Bulls go on to win that championship as well. It's possible that if Jordan never left the game, the Bulls might have gone on to win an incredible 8 straight
Facts.
championships.
It's possible.
never know for
it's
sure.
possible.
Instead, Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets
Mid.
has the 2 championships he so greatly deserves in
Mid.
the center of them.
Sign up playing a fuck with game, y'all. Chill.
Number 3. What if Derrick Rose never got
Spaghetti.
The third spot of this list is one
Oh
of
my
the
God, he's
most
so athletic.
tragic
Ah!
injury stories in NBA history. In the 2011 NBA season,
Hey, bro, let the
Derrick
cash
Rose was at the
cook
center
here.
of the
I
basketball
fuck with
scene,
Rose, man.
winning the
Yeah,
NBA
shout out
Most
to
Valuable
Derrick,
Player award
man.
and being the youngest player.
I
to
ain't
ever
being
do it
PC.
at
He would have got one.
22.
I feel like he got one. I feel like he would have got one. Just around him, first option, he could have got one. He could have got one. I'm not saying he would have ran it up. Not saying he would have been Curry because the reason why I'm only saying one, chat, because I know some of you are gonna say like, what, he would have got 4 or 5. Yo, Curry is an anomaly, dog. The
Which
6-3
one?
winning ring shit.
Let me know which one.
As for which season, I have no specific idea because I want to say 2012-13 Bron was when super duper Bron, in my opinion, the best Bron that was ever. Bro was shooting like 40% from 3. But definitely one of those Miami years. Miami could have been caught lacking. I definitely would say, even if not then, Rose was younger than LeBron at that point in time. I bring that up to say 2015. The Cavs were a little shaky. So, hey, 2015, I feel like that's probably the biggest one because I already was in a debate with Lowe a couple years back talking about if the Heat could have beat the 2015 Cavs. So imagine if the Bulls had basically stayed intact around then. Maybe get a little Jimmy Rose. I don't know. Gun to my head, I say 2015.
Okay, Sage.
What you mean? Okay. Did they have Jimmy at the time? Let me double check if they had Jimmy at the time. Because if they had Jimmy at the time, man.
I'm just saying, a lot of these what ifs make some players look better than what they actually are. It's cool though. It's cool.
And I'm just saying, a lot of these stats have some players look better than others because I'm still on your head about Oladipo. I don't give a fuck. It could be 3 years, 4, 5, 6. I'm still on your head about 2018 Depot being better than Rose, man. You just don't like Derrick. That's all it is. I've come to accept those terms. You just don't like Derrick Rose, bro.
He averaged 25 points per game, 7.7 assists per game, and 4.1 rebounds per game, and the Chicago Bulls won 62 games, finishing with the
Rose
best
and
record
Jimmy
in
running
Eastern
shit. I'm
Conference
locking
that
that
season.
now.
The future looked bright for young Derrick, who looks
Give
as if
him
he
a
is
souped
destined
up
to be
Luau.
one of the all-time greats and a rival to LeBron James in the Eastern Conference for years to come. For those of you who weren't closely watching at that time, Derrick Rose had Russell Westbrook-type explosiveness combined with John Wall speed, and man, could he finish at the rim. It
Right.
was just 1 year later,
it was John
in Game
Morant.
1 of the
Wonder.
first round of the NBA.
Oh, John Morant wasn't
Derrick
drafted.
attacked
He
the
wasn't drafted
basket,
by the time
made
this
a
video.
Oh my!
We've seen him
What
make
you
so many
mean?
times in his young career.
Is John
I
Morant a
think he
bad
has better
comparison?
foot-
CL. His
I
career
think he
was
has
changed
better like
forever.
shiftiness than Ja.
Although Derek would
I think
eventually
Josh
return
just
to the
like
floor
big
Downhill.
raw
NBA
athlete.
basketball today, injuries have continued to plague him, and he has never since been able to replicate his MVP form that we saw in his early years of his career.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just reminiscing on that era. There were a couple of players that like people thought, yeah, this is the Miami Heat assassin. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Derrick
Okay,
Rose,
that I give you. That I give you.
Derrick Rose was one of them. Paul George was one of them. Me personally, Rondo was one of them for me. You see what I'm saying? Nah, not too much on playoff Rondo, bro. Not too much on playoff Rondo. Who else was in there? Who else was in there?
As you said, it was essentially Paul George, some Boston Celtics fans. I do think some people had Melo. Now that I think back on it, definitely some Melo, and then obviously D Rose. I think those were the real. Yeah, those were the real ones. Those were real ones.
What if Shaq and Kobe stayed together?
Okay, this is the most true what if of the video. I ain't gonna lie.
Shaq and Kobe.
This is
one
ball
of the
game.
most dominant duos the league has ever seen. Also, two of the biggest alpha males the league has ever seen. Back when Shaq and Kobe split ways,
You're talking from 99 to
blame
05, 06 at worst.
But now
Going
in
crazy.
hindsight, I think it's pretty clear to see that in reality, it was both. Both players had an incredible ego that was through the roof. Is it Shaq's team? Is it Kobe's team? These narratives mattered greatly to the two. Even the stars' personalities were extremely different.
Yep.
Kobe was this serious, hard-working, closed-off lone wolf. Shaq, on the other hand, was a fun, playful leader who famously showed up to training camp overweight in 2004, which also famously infuriated Kobe Bryant. It all came crashing down.
Damn,
at
they
the
should have
end
won
of
in
the
04. That shit
2004
blew me.
season. The Lakers were considered overwhelming favorites over the
Blame
Detroit
Kobe.
Pistons in the
Yeah.
NBA
I
Finals.
claimed up.
But the
Oh,
Lakers were
man.
upset 4
It's
games to
cool.
1.
It's cool, bro.
With Kobe's free agency underway that offseason, Lakers management had a decision to make: keep Kobe or Shaq. They committed to the younger star.
Well, that
and
was the
signed
right
Kobe
decision.
to a
That I'll
massive
say.
contract, while
I mean,
trading
Kobe
Shaquille
fandom,
O'Neal to
Shaq.
the Miami Heat. Both
I don't
players
think they win
continued
another
to be
ring-
elite years
ring together.
afterwards. Shaq won a championship.
Really?
Played in Miami.
With all the slack I give the Spurs, they were the ones that beat them in 03.
Okay.
04, they lost to the Pistons even though they were together. And after 04, the Spurs just got better. Like Manu and TP actually came into their own. I don't know, man.
First of all, the Lakers would have got better off the fact that Kobe gets better. So, like, we got to consider that Kobe Bryant, obviously, he goes to average fucking 30. He's not going to put up 30 with O'Neal on the team, but he goes to average 30. Then I'm thinking from a humane standpoint, they're not going to keep doing this over-reliant, all right, Shaq, Kobe, the rest of you niggas play defense, because that's what they tried to do in 04, and if Kobe weren't making all the shots, GG's. So I definitely think, and furthermore, I do think the Pistons were like a matchup nightmare. So we're talking just Spurs as the obstacle. They can get the Spurs some years. That's why I said they ain't going to win 10 straight, no goofy shit. But they going to get the Spurs some years. And unless they go through Spurs Pistons routinely, which we know they wouldn't, they get another one. They get one.
No, I'm not even disagreeing. I think I see like 2 max. But this idea that like if they just never broke up, they would have dominated the rest of the decade till like 2010.
No. Yeah. I'm not one of those. The reason why I said this is obvious GG's because I do think they definitely get 2. I do think they get 2. I don't think it's much more than that actually. Because O'Neal, I'm not talking as like Shaq is a fodder at some point, but Shaq's body could not be a number 2 at some point in time. Like Wade, I don't think people understand how much Wade backpacked that motherfucker in 06. Shit was nasty. So I don't think that shit goes on to like the 2010s, as a lot of these guys would tell you. Unless you plug a controller in Shaq's brain and you put him in peak shape, have him learn like he had a hook shot, but like even better hook shot than he did. All that extra shit, but that's just AI Shaq at that point.
Kobe won 2 more in Los Angeles. But what could the two have done if they had put their differences aside and stayed together? How many more championships would they have won? After all, Kobe's prime years of his career were with Kwame Brown on his team. How
Underrated
different would
Kobe
that have
debate?
been if that was Shaq?
Nigga, Kobe had
number
nothing in his
1.
prime.
What if Len Bias lived?
I'm not gonna
This
act
story is
like
definitely
I
the
know
greatest
too
what
much
if
because
NBA history.
who does? But
Partially because
rest
of
in
the history
peace.
of it, but also because of the
Nah,
level
you'll learn,
of
man. He'll
impact
let
it
you
could
know.
have
He'll
had
let
on
you
the
know,
NBA
man.
as we know it.
Nah, he
Len
was.
Bias
I
Braun
heard he
before
was
Braun.
nice.
Forward
Yeah.
from the
Oh
University
my
of Maryland,
God.
who had incredible athletic ability along with a
Now
smooth
listen,
shot.
incredible athletic
Len
ability.
Bias was a
Nah, I know
star.
two things: that
He
he's
had
from
epic
Maryland and
battles
he
with Michael
potentially could have been better than
Jordan
Jordan.
while
I
he was
know
in
those
North
two.
and was seen as a player of Michael Jordan's caliber.
It's just hard for me because we know how
Meanwhile,
this
in the
college
NBA,
should go.
Magic Johnson's Lakers and Larry Bird's Celtics were the premier teams in the league. The Celtics went on to win the 1986 NBA championships with their stars Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Robert Parrish. That 86 Celtics team is still considered one of the greatest teams in NBA history. Fast forward to the NBA
mid.
draft, and thanks to a trade a couple years earlier with the Seattle Supersonics, the Boston Celtics owned the second overall pick in the draft the same year they won
Go
the
back in
NBA
history,
championship.
y'all. Them early
Cleveland
draft
had the
was
first pick
scams,
and
bro.
needed a
Niggas
big
was
man,
winning
so they
chips at
selected
4.
future
It
All-Star
was
center Brad
crazy.
Daugherty. With their second pick, the Boston Celtics selected their exciting forward of the future, Len Bias.
God.
Len, the man who
that's why you
was
love
going
him.
to rival Michael Jordan for years.
Nah, cause for real, in the 60s we were great, 70s we were great, 80s we were great. And motherfuckers always want to bring up, hey, y'all really haven't done shit since the Larry Bird Celtics. No shit. Our fucking future was a fucking crackhead apparently and died because of an overdose. Okay, maybe not a crackhead, but he overdosed, rest in peace. And then the second best player that was supposed to be like his Scottie Pippen, I believe died on the court as well. Like that's insane.
Damn, there was two? Okay,
Yes,
that I didn't
Reggie
know. There
Lewis.
was
Shout
two?
out to Reggie Lewis. But like that was supposed to be our future, and like it wasn't on some injury shit. Motherfuckers, they weren't bust. They died. Like, come on. Like, Jesus Christ.
I ain't gonna cap to niggas. I knew I'll be blunt. Sage has never been afraid to admit when he's wrong. I thought Reggie Lewis just like retired or quit or some shit. I didn't know he died. I knew someone died on the court. I didn't know that was Reggie. That's actually tough.
I don't know if he died on the court. I just know he passed away way too soon. And I know like when he was 25, 26, talking about a two-way player can create his own shot, averaging like 20 to 22 a game.
Yeah, Reggie was bugging. Reggie was bugging.
Was now joining Larry Bird and the already all-time great Boston Celtics squad. But then, less than 48 hours later, while he was in his college dorm room celebrating with his friends, Len Bias had a seizure and collapsed. Soon after medical attention arrived, Bias was pronounced dead at 22 years old. It was simply a cocaine overdose, making Len Bias the poster child of the NBA's terrible cocaine issues in the 1980s. This tragedy left
Not
the
crackhead,
school,
chat. Let me
his
correct
family,
myself.
and the Celtics
At the very
I'm
least
about to
one
say,
incident.
devastated, and the rest was history. So what if the man who was compared to Michael Jordan would have lived and joined an already stacked Celtics team? Do Magic Johnson and the Lakers win their championships in 87 and 88?
Hate to speak on it, but
Do
he
the
could have been a
Pistons
bust
win
too.
their
Just saying.
championships in 89 and 90? When Bias
It's a number one what if for a
was
reason.
he battling Jordan in the
Anything
90s
could happen.
and preventing MJ from winning his famous 6 titles?
Surprised, Magic
Would
not
Michael
retiring
Jordan
isn't
be
on here.
considered
Though.
the greatest of all time?
That
If he
damn
had
right.
this
Yeah.
title?
What if he never
How
got
would
the?
that
Oh
have
wow.
influenced Kobe,
How was that
LeBron,
not here?
and other greats who grew up idolizing Jordan? As you're watching this video, would you be wearing biases right now instead of Jordans?
What?
This
Biases is crazy. I'm sorry. Rest in peace. This is a sensitive subject. I know some of y'all are gonna, no offense, some of you are gonna fake cap and act like your stands and shit. That is biases is just that got me. I'm sorry.
Bias
Rest
ones?
in
Come
peace.
on, dude.
But bias one, yeah, right. The bias 12s, that got
bees?
me. That got me. The bees for real.
Yo, what you wearing, man? Some B3s type
I got
shit.
some lymphos on. I got some lymphos type shit.
Shout out to all these great what ifs. All jokes aside, it is unfortunate. Like a lot of these were unfortunate injuries and scenarios that happened. A couple of them was just GMs being dumb. A couple of them, David Stern type shit. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.
Peace.